Jay here for Stretford Paddock. This is the Paper Talk. As you can see, I'm in the studio, but we're not live. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't get involved in the comments. We're going to be talking about all things Manchester United related. So make sure you are hitting like, share, and subscribe. Get involved in the chat and the comments. And if you've not done so already, like I just said, subscribe. Right, loads of stories to go through. Loads of Manchester United stories, obviously. What else are we going to be talking about? Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho, all that stuff. Dergu as well is going to be in there. Kirkes is in there. We've got a load of ins and outs to talk about. So let's start with the most, I won't say the most covered one or the biggest one because it depends on your point of view, but Marcus Rashford. This is the latest on Rashford. You can see it there. Rashford not giving up on playing for Man United again. I've seen this in a few publications. We've got it from the Beeb, saying basically that he's ready and wants to play for United. He still feels like he's got some life left in his United career. See the top line there. Rashford has not abandoned all hope of playing for Manchester United again. He's not featured since being substituted in the Europa League victory over Victoria Pilsen on the 12th of December. So that's well over a month ago. And he's been on the bench once since then, which is in the 3-0 home defeat by Newcastle on the 30th of December. Was it 3-0? I forgot. I thought it was 2-0. There you go. It goes to show, doesn't it? It was 2-0. I've just been informed by my learned colleague there, who's also a Newcastle fan. So yeah, I thought, well, that's a great start, isn't it, from the BBC there? Makes me question the validity of some of their other stories when they can't even get the score right. Anyway, says here that he's. You can see that Ruben Amorim said it was his choice, Rashford's choice. However, there's sources and reports that he's training and he's determined to get back into the United team. We'll have to wait and see. We've got a game against Rangers this week. Is Rashford going to feature? I doubt it. I don't think he'll play for Manchester United again. I might be wrong. We will wait and see. It is a bit of a madness that you've got Marcus Rashford basically not doing anything. I know he said he wants to leave. I know the manager said he's not applying himself in training. It doesn't look like he's going anywhere yet. And yet United aren't using him at all, even though we've got a shortage of goals. Let me know what you think. Do you think that Rashford is done? Do you agree that he's not going to play for United again? Or do you think that he will? Do you think he should? Do you think that Ruben Amorim should turn to him? Or do you think that that ship has sailed? I think if Ruben Amorim believes Marcus Rashford isn't trying in training or isn't doing what he needs to be doing, he's right not to pick him, regardless of how much United are struggling for goals. Let me know what you think. It's just a bit of a shame in it, the way it's all panned out with Marcus Rashford. I expected it to be a much better... Not ending, but I thought by the time he was 27, he'd be flying for United. Instead, it looks like he's out the door. However, we don't know where he's going to go. Dortmund, apparently, are still interested in him. You see this from Florian Plettenberg, is this? Oh, no, it's Patrick Berger. Forgive me. Patrick Berger, who's been on the channel, he says Dortmund is continuing to work on signing Rashford. Concrete talks are now also underway between Dortmund and United. However, the overall financial package remains the biggest hurdle. A 6-month loan, including fee and salary, will cost between 8 and 10 million euros, even if Rashford would be willing to accept a pay cut for the Dortmund move. At United, the offensive star, is he offensive? I think a lot of people think he is. Earns between 15 to 20 million euros. However, there is no unanimous opinion internally regarding a transfer. It feels like Rashford's running out of options here. Dortmund, possibly. Milan seems to have gone a bit cold, doesn't it? Barcelona doesn't look like that's happening. So we'll have to wait and see. Don't think he's going to go to another Premier League club. I don't think United allow it, and I don't know who's coming from in the Premier League. So maybe Dortmund is the sort of the last chance saloon for him in getting a move away. Maybe if that doesn't happen, he'll have to fight for his opportunity to get back into the United team. As always, we'll keep you posted on what will happen. Forgive me, I feel a little bit groggy. I look a little bit groggy. I've been bunged up and I've filled myself with cough syrup. Don't worry, I've read the label. It's all right. I mean, I'm not crossing any lines. Let's talk about Alejandro Garnacho, the other attacking player who's been linked with a move. Alejandro Garnacho agreement close, it says here in the Express, as Man United star shares phone call with new boss. So it says here he could be on his way out, and it says Napoli are reportedly close to reaching an agreement with Garnacho as they try to lure the Manchester United winger away from Old Trafford this month. Garnacho once again started on the bench in United's 3-1 home defeat by Brighton, coming on in the 64th minute for Kobbie Mainoo as he continues to be demoted by Ruben Amorim. Now, he was dropped from the squad, wasn't he, for the City game. However, he has been put back into the squad, as you can see, but he played at the weekend. In and out, it doesn't always start. He just doesn't look happy to me, Alejandro Garnacho. And this idea of him moving away from Old Trafford is gathering that much momentum. I think there's something in it. We spoke about this about 3 weeks ago, and I was like, can't see it happening. But it's not going away. And it's not just Napoli he's being linked with a move to as well. He's also being linked with a move to Chelsea. was reports, I think, that his agent or some of his team were at Chelsea last night. You can see it. Alejandro Garnacho's agent spotted at Stamford Bridge amid Manchester United transfer exit links. That's in the Manchester Evening News. I saw it all over socials as well. So they were spotted there. What were they doing there? Were they just watching a match? Mouth-watering clash that is Chelsea versus Wolves. Who wants to miss it? Or were they there to try and get a move going on for Alejandro Garnacho? There might be something in this Chelsea thing. It does feel like there is a bit of fire to that smoke. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Now, Chelsea obviously took Jadon Sancho off our hands. Will they want to take Alejandro Garnacho as well? Garnacho's a funny one because he's still a very young player. Is he 20? He's played a lot of football. He's played a lot of top-level football. He's scored quite a few goals as well. Some good goals. He's a Puskas Award winner. It just feels as though he's not quite kicked on in the last 18 months like we thought he was going to. 18 months ago, we're like, this kid's a phenomenon. He's going to be unreal. And it feels like he's plateaued slightly. Now, the question is that just because he's at United? Is that just because of the stage he's going through? Is that just a little slight dip in form? Or was he one of those wonder kids who burst on the scene, does really well, and then doesn't quite live up to the hype? Now, I like Garnacho. I'd like him to stay. However, if United decide he isn't quite the player they thought he was, and the offer from either Chelsea or Napoli matches the valuation, then the club might decide to let him go because, as we all know with PSR, an academy player is pure profit if you sell him. I understand as well why Chelsea are interested in him because of that potential. He could go to Chelsea, and he could, and I use the word could, be a player that gets you 30 goals a season eventually. You don't know. He could have a very, very high ceiling, Alejandro Garnacho. It's difficult to tell, and it feels like there's a gamble either way. Let's talk about Patrick Dorgu. We were chatting to Finn about this kid yesterday. Says here from Ornstein, United in talks with Lecce over potential deal for left back Patrick Dorgu. No agreement, but dialogue progressing for 20-year-old Denmark international. United lined up various options in multiple positions prior to deciding on ins and outs. There was a story on Sky just when I was watching upstairs a minute ago saying I think Napoli again are interested in Dorgu. Potentially with a deal where they buy him and loan him back to Lecce for the rest of the season, which would probably appeal to the selling club. However, I think United representatives, according to Sky, were due in Italy later on today to try and get a deal over the line. There was talk of it being 34 million if we are going to sign him. We need reinforcements. We need to make signings. We need, signings now. We need them now. One other left-back we've been linked with is Kerkez from Bournemouth. Milos Kerkez had a very good game at St James's Park at the weekend. Sorry, Ethan, to bring that up, producer Ethan, but I was watching that game and he was very good. He got a good goal and also played well. He's been on our radar for a little while. Florian Plettenberg says here, understand that Milos Kerkez will remain at Bournemouth during the winter transfer window despite interest in Manchester United. That is a clear trend. That is the clear trend, sorry. A transfer in the summer is likely. Hashtag MUFC. The 21-year-old left-back is under contract till 2028. So if we do get him, it's more than likely going to be in the summer. Good player. I'd like to see him come to Manchester United. Will it be him? Will it be Dorgu? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Got loads of great content coming up today. We're going to be chatting to Damesh Seth. Going to be chatting to Laurie Whitwell. Also, Stephen House is going to be on the channel. So make sure you are hitting like, share and subscribe. I'm Jay Motty. This has been The Paper Talk. Thanks for watching.